far do you think that is? How far do you think that is, like, from my target area from where I'm shooting?
I'd say that ball's probably about 10, 15 yards from your target, just to the right of it. So, I mean, you're hitting the ball well. We just got to work on getting that angle of approach a little bit shallower. You know, it's and that two ball drill is exactly what's going to be able to help you. Now sit up to it normally.
I want to keep my foot back unconsciously.
It's okay.
Better. I'm trying to put like both drills together, like.
Right. Well, that's the thing. It's like when you're dropping that foot back, you're starting to get the feel of coming in inside, as opposed to coming down real steep and over the top.
Well, I can kind of feel now where my hands should be.
Right.
You know.
Much better, dude.
Look at that, dude. Hit the stick. I also see why you want me to be farther away from the ball, because when I'm tight like this, I already feel like I can't make that correct swing inside. When I'm reaching for the ball a little bit, I have the room to get my elbow out of the way.
Remember that drill that I talked about in the first lesson, where like when you set up to a golf ball, to like let your for you would be your left arm, but to let your arm dangle, because you should be able to dangle and grab the club. But if you're too close to it, like you're naturally gonna have that right there. Yeah, and that's being too close to the ball.
Right there, that was a lot shorter swing and even higher trajectory, more distance. It's just like,
and that's only 10 yards from that's only 5 yards from your target too.
Yeah, so it's a lot closer
and straighter, better ball flight. Yeah. So yeah, just work on the. When you're at a range, work on that. You know, it's like, and you just do 3/4 shots. You know, you're just like, and then you drop that back foot back.
I can feel it coming from the inside and hitting like actually through the ball instead of just coming down and clipping the ball.
Being attacking at it.
Yeah, I can actually feel like I'm hitting through the ball.
We're going to work on the bounce of our golf club. You know where the bounce is on your golf club? All right, so look at the bottom of your golf club. This right here, that part sitting on the bottom, that's your bounce of your golf club, okay? So when we're talking about using a bounce to hit a golf shot, or like a flop shot, or any kind of shot like this, you're using your bounce of that club. It's like, see how the leading edge of that club's sitting up in the air? Yeah. See how it's on the ground? Yeah. That means you're hitting the bounce. I cannot say I'm trying to hit that ball as hard as I can. I can't dig a fucking hole. If I use that leading edge, that's what happens. That's why you'll hit a golf shot really fat sometimes when you're trying to hit this shot. So
use the bounce.
Using the bounce of this shot. So we're basically. All right. So when you're about to make your foot, like, what are you thinking? Come over here, some more thinking here.
I gotta take my glove off.
Okay, that's a good start.
I use an overlapping grip as opposed to an interlocking, which I've always used. It's pretty comfortable.
Okay.
It allows me I like to put my nose over the ball in most cases. Kind of angle my feet, little bit towards the direction I'm going at, as opposed to straight, because I feel like I have a better eye on the target. And you know, I try to be consistent with my swing. You know, I look at the green from angle, usually from the back or the front, depending on if there's money on the game or not, and try to read the grades and bends in the greens so that I can kind of track where my ball line's going to be, and hopefully it goes in the hole.
Okay. Well, what would you say your biggest weakness is when it comes to putting?
Well, I would like to be a 2-foot putter all the time, but a lot of times, most of the time, it's usually 3. You know, because I either hit a little too far, or if I think it's too downhill, I'll either hit it too soft, or you know, like I guess my depth range is a little off.
So you would say it's speed. Speed's probably what's causing you. So you feel like you're reading the green, seeing where it breaks, but then you just miss the speed.
A lot of times I get the right, you know, angle of the dangle, but it either goes too far or too short.
Okay. Well, something I like to do whenever I get to a golf course, one of the first things I'll do when I go to their putting green is to try to figure out their speed. So what I'll do is you get close to a hole like this right here, take 3 or 4 golf balls, and it's kind of called the ladder drill. But basically what you're gonna do is just sit here and you just think like, okay, I'm gonna hit this ball like 3 feet.
That's like 6.
And then your next shot, you just want to go just past the ball, that golf ball. Oh, don't want to hit it. And then you want to go just past the other golf ball. Where if you do it right, you then you start to get a feel for like, okay, that's how far a 3-footer, that's how far a 6-footer, that's how far an 8-footer. And then you can come back and then you can work on actually hitting at the hole. And then you start getting a feel for this, and that's how you can gauge distance on the green, where you start getting the speed of the green. So you walk up, and that's called the ladder drill. So like I said, you'll aim that. There it is. With the slight drop there too. Crushed it up and up the deck. How'd that feel?
Amazing.
What did you feel was going on during that golf swing?
I mean, I feel myself. I mean, first of all, after I'm in my good athletic stance, it's like I feel my first instinct is to start sweeping the club back. As soon as I feel my club in the right position coming off the ground, I can feel my elbow staying tight to my body. I'm not letting my elbow get away from me, which is causing me to come way over the top of the ball. I can actually feel like I'm coming back and hitting through the ball. And as your swing comes around is what brings the ball back to a straight flight path.
Right.
So, I mean, it feels good. Pull my head up, but I'm like all excited now because I hit a good one. Just trying to get you out. Take that all day.
Go ahead and step behind it. Pretend you just hit a 300-yard drive down the fairway. You're coming up. You got 160 yards to the flag. And what do you like when you're standing behind the golf ball? What are you thinking?
I'm just trying to picture my line, picture my objective, where I want the ball to land, so to make sure I have my feet parallel to my target.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Now,